What's up, YouTube? In this video, I want to talk about cash buyers and how to market your contracts. Um, Cash buyers are finicky sometimes. A lot of people teach, you want to go find cash buyers first and then learn what type of properties they're looking for and what type of properties they want, and then you only market to those properties. I find that a waste of fucking time. Cash buyers are picky as hell. Um, they all want the perfect deal, and they absolutely hate. Okay, don't close. They absolutely hate paying. Not all of them. So this is what I do. Okay, I don't market to cash buyers first and try to figure out what they want or any of that shit first. I market to the deal because if it's a deal, it's gonna sell. Period. If it's a deal, you're gonna find a cash buyer. You're gonna find a cash buyer. Period. Like that's just it. That's all. Um, so I don't reach out to cash buyers. If I run into some cash buyers, I'll get their criteria, and then if I run across something like that, I'll make sure I shoot it out to them first. You see what I'm saying? But as far as narrowing down my search criteria for properties based on what some cash buyer told me, I don't do that because they're picky and he's going to have something to say about it every time. And what I've noticed that a lot of cash buyers do, at least in my market anyway, they'll pretend that they show an interest in the property and then they won't grab it. And what they're doing is they're waiting for your contract to expire so that they can move in and get the property themselves. It's shitty, but that's the way it is, right? Um, so in my opinion, don't reach out to cash buyers first. And I'm gonna make a video on when I do the walkthrough of the list providing service. You can actually get cash buyers on there as well. Um, I'm gonna show you guys how to get a list of cash buyers. But how to market your contracts once you have them. Zest MLS is one, and there's a direct integration with one of the marketing services that I use. I'm going to do a walkthrough on that as well. But easy and free, man. Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace. It's I've literally I've found buyers for all of my deals using Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace. Totally free, no ads, no any of that. Um, because if it's a deal, it's gonna sell, fam. You know what I'm saying? So don't even stress out about this shit because that's how I was when I first got started. I was stressed out about how am I gonna find a buyer once I find a property. You deal with this shit as it come along. You can sit up and watch all these videos and super analyze all of this information and worry about some shit that ain't even close to happening yet, like finding the cash buyer, and it would give you what's called analysis paralysis. You'd paralyze yourself wondering about some shit that ain't even happened yet. What you do is you jump in face first. Jump in face first, and everything's gonna fall into place. Um, Refer back to my videos or whatever other videos you're watching, or if you got what is it, a course that you're into right now, or whatever, a paid course or whatever. When you get to that point, you're gonna figure out how to deal with it. If you want that check bad enough, you're gonna figure out how to deal with it. So for right now, don't worry about cash buyers. They're gonna come. And once you start marketing these properties, like okay, here's the tip. Put a fake ass property on Craigslist. If you want to build a cash buyer list first, like you just want to build a cash buyers list, put a fake ass property on Craigslist, and everybody that hits you, they're probably a cash buyer. put them in a spreadsheet, save it to your computer. Boom, now you have a cash buyers list. So if that's what you need to do to get off your ass and get the ball rolling, then that's just what you do. But I don't think it's necessary, but it's not bad to have. I built the cash buyers list before I started, and I haven't sold not one property to anybody that I had on that list yet. I've marketed all of my properties to them, but they haven't bought anything. So, yeah, that's that. Anyway, how to market contracts, cash buyers, and when you make the ads, don't put the address. Just put the statistics of the property: 3 bedroom, 4 bathroom, 300,000 square feet, just whatever, and put the price. And you can also put that as an assignable contract. That way, when they read it, they know what they're dealing with. They know they're dealing with someone that's looking to assign a contract, a wholesaler, so to speak. One problem you may run into doing this is that the person who you get the contract with, the seller, if they see their property online being marketed, they may have a problem with that. So I have a couple of things to say about that. The first one is you should be being honest with the seller anyway. You should be letting them know that you're going to be looking to assign the property. Either way, they're going to get what they're asking for, But a lot of sellers, they turn into almost use the word I didn't want to use. A lot of sellers, they become difficult when they find out you're going to make some money off the property or how much money you're going to make off the property. That's why I don't advise when you make the ad, I don't advise you putting the price amount on there, because you don't want the seller to know what you're making. And a lot of times you don't want the buyer to know what you're making. So instead of an assignment, you would have to do what's called a double close. And I'll make a video. I'll make a video on double closing as well. Yeah. So when you market, just the statistics of the property, and if it catches someone's eye, if it meets their criteria, then they'll reach out to you, and then you could discuss all that other shit. But don't try to be as open as possible with the seller so that they don't trip on that, and make sure that you open escrow with the property. That was the second thing. Make sure you open escrow with the property once you get the contract, because once you open escrow, the seller can't be like, well, you're making this amount of money off of my property and I don't like it. I want to back out of the deal. You want to put into the contract, and I'll go through that too. You want to put into the contract that a seller can't back out of the deal unless they find another buyer before you guys close. They find another buyer that has proof of funds, and they have to show you those proof of funds to get out of the contract. Because a seller would get another call from a motherfucker that's offering them $5,000 more than what you're offering, and then they'll call you to tell you that they want to get out of the contract. But that person that's offering them $5,000 more is more than likely another wholesaler, which means that they more than likely don't have proof of funds. Proof of funds is another video. I'm just doing this shit as I go, y'all. Like I said, I'm just recording and speaking off the top of my head. Ain't none of this shit scripted or anything like that. I'm just putting my knowledge on video and sharing it with you guys, and hopefully y'all get some use out of it, right? Anyway, I think that's it for this video. Like, subscribe, and share with anyone who you think may benefit from it. And this is just under 10 minutes, so I kept my promise on this one. See you on the next.